The Chicago area, Homeland Security officials say an ICE operation left an enforcement officer severely injured and the target of a traffic stop dead. Let's go to CNN senior crime and justice correspondent Shimon Protipez. Shimon, what are you learning about this incident?
Yeah, so Boris, we just got here a short time ago. This happened several hours ago, but the information is just now coming out about what exactly happened here. And all of the information, I should point out, that we have right now is coming from the Department of Homeland Security. We're in the Franklin Park suburb of Chicago, about 15 miles outside of Chicago. And what we have learned from the Department of Homeland Security is that they were targeting an individual as part of their enforcement action here in the Chicago area. They've been surging ICE officers into this neighborhood for enforcement action, and that this individual was targeted as part of that enforcement action, and that when ICE officers attempted to stop this individual, attempted to detain this individual, he was in his car. They did a car stop, and what they say is then that the driver dragged one of the officers in essentially an effort to evade the ICE officers. What they tell us is that this was a vehicle stop, that the individual resisted arrest, striking an officer, and then the Department of Homeland Security says that one of the ICE officers was dragged during that time, and that is when this individual was shot by an ICE officer. That individual has died at a local hospital. The ICE officer also suffered injuries. He too is being treated at a local hospital. I just want to get out of the way here for a second so I can show you the scene here. Leonel's going to show you here. That gray car you see there, that is the vehicle we believe the man who ICE and Department of Homeland Security has identified as Silverio Villegas Gonzalez was in when the ICE officers tried to stop him, pull him over, and detain him. And that's when the incident unfolded. It appears that at some point this car, you'll see that there's a truck there, that car crashed into that truck, and then there was an incident that unfolded thereafter. What we don't know right now is much about the deceased. We have his name, and that's about it. The other thing that the Department of Homeland Security tells us is that this individual was being targeted because of their undocumented status, that they were here illegally, and that they have a record, a history of reckless driving. Right now, we have not been able to confirm any of that information independently. This is information that is coming from the Department of Homeland Security. I will say to you that, as you know, and as our viewers know, Chicago area has been on a heightened sense of alert, anticipating enforcement action, preparing for enforcement action, and already here on scene, we're seeing some of the advocates and community